Batteries arrived when I was up north. Gonna switch the camera around here. One box that I already opened. I'm going to be going through all of them just to make sure that they are they're undamaged before I go and fill out my you know, before I give them feedback and accept the order. That's them. I don't know if there's anything. There are other parts that are supposed to be coming with this, but here what I'll do is I'll take. They are pretty heavy. So one of the things that you've got to look for on these are that that nothing scratched up, that QR code, that code on the top is intact, and that blue is still on there. That means it's a new battery and hasn't been used. There are you have to be really careful when you order these things from China, because you know you can't be guaranteed. And here we are with our BMS. So we have one BMS, two BMS. That part of the order is good. Came in the first box. BMS is a battery monitoring system. So when I hook up my two banks of 48 volt batteries, I'm going to have two batteries. You connect the BMS at the negative terminal of one series of battery that you connect in parallel. They're all 3.2 volt batteries. Then you connect the BMS to each cell in the 16 cells it takes to make up a 48 volt battery pack. And then the other lead there is where the power comes out. So the BMS monitors the battery, so when the charge is too low, it will turn the battery off. And when the battery is charging with your solar power, it stops the charging process. And these are smart ones. And smart ones means that you can set them. So if you set each one for, let's say, 3.6 volts, the batteries won't last quite as long. If you set them for 3.4 volts each, the batteries will last considerably longer. However, even at 3.6 volts, it probably lasts about 10 years, judging by the amount of use. Okay, I'm just going to keep unpacking these. Okay, so I'm unpacking the batteries right now, and I just want to go through one of the first tests you should do on the batteries. So I'm just going to put my voltmeter down where you can see it, and I got to figure out which is the the gray is the negative and the black is the positive. Go figure that out. Can you see with that? Okay, can you go down there and can you see that 3.28 on the meter?
Oh, there.
Okay, so 3.28, that's good. 3.27, that's really close. That's 3.28 and 3.28. So that's telling me that the batteries are matched closely. Like that's what they advertise. That's what you ask for, that the QR codes are intact, that they haven't been scratched off. Like I said, the little blue thing has to be intact there, and then when you receive them, check the batteries to make sure there's no bulging, like there's or any damage to the plastic on the outside. Check the voltage so that they're all fairly close. So far I'm doing 2 packages here. I've noticed that they're like 3.27 and 3.28, so it's close enough. I barely even have to go and do a top balancing. Top balancing just kind of takes them up to a certain voltage, all of them exactly the same, so that they're always on their graph. As they're starting to lose power, every battery works the same, and so when the BMS will cut off at whatever the weakest battery is low and whatever the strongest battery is high, so then you'll have the batteries won't be in sync. BMS will try and correct that over time also, which is why I don't even know if I have to do the top balancing. I'll have to see. First of all, I got to finish checking out, opening all these boxes, make sure nothing's damaged. And then there's another thing too. Okay, thank you. I had my lovely assistant helping me there. So this is the BMS, and one of the things I really worry about, especially coming a BMS, battery monitoring system coming from China, is because it doesn't get very cold there. They don't always include a temperature sensor. Oh, no, that's the Bluetooth there. Maybe it doesn't have a temperature sensor. BMS Bluetooth. So there is I did ask that there be a temperature sensor included, and I don't know what that is. So maybe there isn't a temperature sensor in here after all. All this wiring scares me because I'm not an electronics guy. Now, it's the reason you have a temperature sensor is if the temperature goes below 0 degrees Celsius, it's not good to charge the battery. So the temperature sensor, which I can actually buy one afterwards. I have to read through the instructions here, but the temperature sensor will stop it from charging. These batteries can discharge up to minus 20 degrees Celsius. So I don't really have to worry that much about that. It's just if I had left the cabin and temperature dropped to like -1, -2, and there's no temperature disconnect, then it's going to try and charge the batteries, and it will damage them. It won't ruin them, it'll just damage them. And this is the package of bus bars. Well, this will be, these came with studs. They don't have bolts on top. Doesn't really matter. Then there'll be bus bars, which are little plates that go in between. So when you put your batteries together, you hook them up in series. So 2 sets of batteries in series. So I'm gonna keep going with my unpacking. So great. This little wire here, that is the temperature sensor. That little bulb at the end of that wire, that's all that does. Is you just tape it to the outside of the battery. It tells you if the battery's overheating or if it's below 0. So yeah, so far what I ordered, I mean, this is $3,800 Canadian batteries. So far what I ordered is good. This should be enough by the time I'm done to give me about 20 kilowatts of power. I use 17 kilowatts of power at my house by taking a hydro bill and dividing it by the number of days. So I did a calculation up there. I probably need 5 kilowatt hours a day. Let's switch the camera back over to me. Yeah, so I need 5 kilowatt hours a day up there, but you should always multiply that times 3 in case you have cloudy days. The solar panels will pick up some energy then, But my idea is what I'm going to do is make these battery packs so they can be transportable. So what I can do is leave one battery pack up there come like December and January where we don't have as a good a sunshine. If I'm finding I'm not getting the battery packs to charge fully, I can take one battery pack home, charge the battery pack, and take, I'll have 10 kilowatt hours of electricity then, which should last me at least 2 days. And maybe if there's a bit of solar or a little bit of sun coming out, it may last longer. And I also do have a generator up there that I can use to charge the battery packs, although I'm sure that would take probably quite a few hours of the generator running to be able to charge them up. Okay, it's back to work. No.
Do I leave the line or to just take the line?
It's not so important yet. It's just the end boards that have to be accurate. The in-between ones are just kind of, as long as they hit the last one. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to grab my hammer and a block of wood. And then you got the nailer over here, so you're the guy who gets to start nailing.
Are you going to go to over there?
Yeah, I'll go over there.
With all that wood pile lines?
Yeah, I should be okay.
Okay.
Let's make sure that angle is good. Perfect. This is a long board, so it's going to want to...
Yep, stick out in the middle. There you go.
Nope, keeps popping out. Yeah, it's going back and forth. It's popping out in a knot.
Well,
how are we gonna do
if
this?
I could get my end down.
Hang on.
Right here. Okay, tap it now, Heinz.
I'll tap this so it goes up. And you tap it down. That's what happens a lot. It just dips below. It's in partial. Let me see if I can get the end here. Just hold it up for a second.
Okay.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. Wait. Check the joint here.
Right there.
Yeah, the joint looks good. Okay, start nailing from that end.
Well, sure. Wonderful.
So it's called putting your back into it. Get it?
Nope. I'm right. Fuck, I'm right. Right at the knot. And now,
Just go into the main part of the board.
see, the knot took out a hunk of the wood now.
That's okay, we'll fill it.
I think we can still. Heinz. Fuck, I think we're out of nails. How many? Well, there's about 3 in here.
Go to the next one. Get that one in. Make sure we're tight there. We're tight there. This takes a little bit of a dip down here.
Good.
Okay, I'll get you some nails.
This is not nice. Shit.
If I can remember right
Oh,
here.
the fucking knot just blew right out. Yeah, You know what happened, Heinz?
What?
This nail that I just nailed in, it went that way. The board, because of part of the knot here, the hardwood, made the nail go that way.
Yeah.
So,
Here's some extra nails.
in here?
Yeah, no, first. Okay, here.
Yeah, but I can't get anything to tighten. I have to go halfway down the board and then, Heinz. Is that okay?
Yep. Like there's going to be spots where we have to put nail filler in, or like filler in. So.
Perfect.
88.
How did that happen too? Your other board sticks out further than this board. Is it thinner? Me?
I'll show you how to fix it.
Okay. Perfect, Heinz. Look at that. Good.
88 and an 8.
88 and an 8. What's with the balcony out here?
So when we were working on the doing the peak there,
Ah,
look at this.
oh wow.
Sorry, I used it somewhere else.
You gonna take it away? Yeah, you got this shit here too.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see that. Everybody wanted me to. We don't need a balcony out there. And then what happened was, we had to do some work up there, and I thought, boy, if we had a balcony here. So we got a designer. That's what happened.
Right.
Balcony. This is a funny looking one, but I think it'll be okay. It's got a lot of character.
Now, that's the one thing about pine, you know.
Like there's some water saying that. Saying. Mark this in. Hang on a sec. Okay, flip it around and cut it on the side. On this side of the, like on the waist side of the line.
The waist side of the line. Okay, you got it.
See if it fits.
The waist side of the line. think?
Now I've got to take off. It's getting tighter. Now I've got to take off like about an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah, you can take off a 16. See what that does.
Okay.
But if you have a little bit extra at the end, it won't really matter.
This is how I do it. I push it against the saw, and I flex the saw a little bit. And then I lift it. Perfect.
You think that's going to be enough?
Yep.
Maybe just, cut twice and measure once.
That's my motto.
I'm on the bottom here. Thank you, Regine.
Sometimes it might depend on the...
Drop it down just a touch. See if it'll. Sometimes you just don't want to grab.
Sometimes because... Well, it's in the groove. All we gotta do is tap it down. Mine's in the groove.
I got a bit of a gap here. Are you down all the way?
No.
Oh, hang on
I'm
a
in the
second.
groove.
Hang on.
There,
hang
now
on.
I'm on.
I want it to come this way slightly.
Oh, you want it to come that way slightly?
Yeah. It's kind of this groove opened up, so. When you put anything in between here, try my hammer. It's got straight claws.
It's
Okay, just pull it back a bit. Wiggle it and pull it back.
okay.
Once. Here. Okay.
Okay, you're in.
Nope. Not in.
Use your hammer.
Doing the same thing as we did before, Rick.
You're coming. I don't think you can get any better than that. Flying. Still not.